have it where people like with the Superhome, they come in and they walk in and go, "Oh, nice house, man. What's your underfloor heating?" It's like, "There's no underfloor heating." "Oh yeah, well, what heating have you got?" It's like, "Oh, the panel downstairs, but I haven't got it on because there's 20 people in the house. I don't need it right now. Yeah, this is middle of winter. Like it might be, I don't know, 4 or 10 degrees outside. Yeah, and
it's just that even, dry heat and the quiet. Those three things all come together to make it a really lovely place to be in.
Yeah, I think you touched on materials, and I think in terms of materials, if you use materials that are true to what's the word, to their core, as it were,
To themselves.
to themselves. So timber is timber, and plaster is plaster, and brick is brick, and fabrics are truly fabrics. Fabrics aren't trying to be something else. Then you have something that's kind of like timeless. Yeah. And I think that is what makes it comfortable as well, and you've got texture. Yeah, so you've got a bit of variety. I really get frustrated. We've been looking at properties to rent and what have you, and or to buy for when we move. And everything's painted white, and I think it's just such a cop out. Like it's just like, yes, it's really easy
but
to
we
do.
can change it.
I know you can, but it's like you just don't have to. So we've got timber ceilings, and we didn't go for wool. That was one of the cost exercises I went through when we were constructing. Originally I had specified wool carpet. We ended up with a nylon, but you got carpet on the floor. Yes, we've got plasterboard in some areas, but we've also introduced the exterior cladding into the house around the entry area. So one of the things we looked at for the exterior cladding, also part of Homestar. Homestar also looks at materials and in terms of low volatile compounds, and have some sustainability component to it as well. So this is a product called Weathertex, which comes from Australia. It's a sheet cladding. Oh, you can also get it actually in planks and things like that as well. And it's a reconstituted hardwood. So basically, they have like wood chip that they turn into a pulp, as it were, and extract all the moisture out of it under really high steam. Basically compress it, and they can compress it with a pattern in there or in a flat sheet, and it just uses paraffin, like 3% paraffin, to bind it all together, and that's it. So there's no glues, there's no adhesives, there's no nothing else in there. It's just pretty much 97% wood fibre. Yeah, it's super hard in terms of impact. Doesn't rot. Yeah, you can leave it in its natural state. It will then fade, and that's the one thing that I didn't like. That you get this true nice timber color at the top, but down at the bottom it's all faded out, and I just didn't like that. So that's why I went for the painted option.
And you can paint it dark colours.
You can paint it dark colours, and it doesn't have any real expansion issues. Plus, it's a bigger sheet as well. Like it's a 3-meter sheet, so the builders really like it because it's fast to install. So that's why we went for this product here, really. And I've had it lying around the house and outside, and used it for, I don't know,
covering bricks and
all sorts of things. And it doesn't warp, it doesn't twist, it doesn't swell. It's just, I was really impressed. And when I actually looked into it further, it's been around in Australia for over 50 years. Carrying with material. So the other material I chose for the exterior was brick, basically, again because of its low maintenance requirements. Really, its durability.
Because it's not painted.
Because it's not painted. Yeah.
Once you paint it, then you've got to keep painting it.
Yeah. Just keep that in mind when you do things like that. So going back to the design part of it, for Passive House will tell you that you can apply to any house, right? Any shape, size, whatever. It has no specific design requirements. It doesn't have to be a certain shape or anything like that. But what you find is that a lot of them that were being constructed here in the early days here, when Passive House first came to New Zealand, they tend to be quite simple in their form, because the simpler the form, like if you have a simple rectangular form, then you have few corners, and corners is where you lose heat basically. So they try and minimize the number of internal and external corners. So my challenge to my designer was like, this is the style that I like, right? And yes, I want this bay window, or I want to have a step there, or whatever. It's like, oh, but it's going to make it harder. But you said that, you know, you can do anything. So there you go. Yeah. So you're going to make them work for it.